across the street, Annie and Charles's house. Catherine has bought it, or has it now, and will be moving into it in September. There's the pasture and the bluff that we used to walk down to when we were visiting. Had great fun down there at the creek. That's the Turner Mill, run by water just down from the farm that we're going to next.
There, probably turn around now.
No, I'm doing it right now. You can do stuff later. This is, do you know what this is, David?
No.
That's the barn and the farm where Grandpa Holsinger grew up. There's the hill. Did the hill have an orchard, Dad?
Yeah,
Used to be an orchard on top.
Cows.
Mid-50s.
Mid-50s he sold it. And it was painted white with red trim?
White with
What
red
was?
trim, yeah.
He says the barn was white with...
The barn was white?
Here, yeah, and the orchard. And then this was fenced off into different fields. This picture, you boys helped me shock wheat.
Yeah, I remember I was telling the kids about that. This was a part of his farm over here?
All this, and we flew over to the creek, yeah.
Where we used to fish? Was that down there at the creek?
Yeah, the creek.
Where the water was rushing over?
Yeah.
That's where we used to walk across there.
Yeah, we used to fish for little sun perch and things like that down there.
Oh, I guess I never did
And
that.
this was where, up in here is where we milked our cows, right here in the corner. We had a bridge over that little stream, and then fenced off, and we did our milking in here. Then we had to carry our milk in buckets, put it into the house. There was a separator in the basement to separate the milk.
So you milked your cows right here?
Right here in the corner, yeah. About a dozen cows. Each of us had a cow or two to milk. Twice a day.
How many times did you paint the barn?
Oh, I don't know how many times we painted it, but he always kept it painted in the house too. Probably every 5 years.
So who owns this now?
Yeah, it was white too.
Justice, who owns the place now?
I'm not sure. The lawyer bought it then. You see all these old chicken houses out here was put into a commercial chicken farm.
Oh, really?
And bought by a lawyer, and he's dead now. I don't know what's happened there.
So how many acres?
110 acres I think it was. And we lived here, of course, during the Depression. All of our food came from this farm. I mean, practically all of it. I think it probably owned now by people, because he had invested.
Well, did the girls work the farm too, or just the boys?
Oh yeah, the girls helped, and especially milking and stuff like that.
I know, I should have turned it off. I should have turned the car off.
Mom and the girls would probably do more milking than we men.
They could
Darling,
Garden,
look down on your window.
And then you commented that you never had a thistle when you were living here.
Oh, no.
I remember grandfather with his hoe out here going on that hill.
Oh yeah, he would, and we hadn't even pulled out these wild carrots. We didn't
Look!
any
Look!
weeds at all. Of course, that helped keep the kids busy.
So that's what he was doing, right?
That's the reason we all turned out so well. We never had time to do anything bad.
With a horse-drawn,
Nice.
You've got some pictures of these
Grandpa
guys.
was cut hay with a horse-drawn, what do they call that?
Well, the buggy rake, he's raking it out, but he cut it in a little tractor.
You guys not in the pasture?
He got the tractor by the time I left home.
Okay, ready?
You know, there are lots of us who could drive. It's Betty, Becky, Dave, and...
Shoot, I thought I was recording. When was I recording then? I thought I turned it off in here.
I think the time is really... I don't like the time.
Well, I do, because I like to... Well, I just now took it off, but to me it's just the opposite. I like to know what time we were, where we were when.
In the barn.
House is on the right, and then the mom's lawn is on the left, downstairs. Upstairs we have a playhouse, and then the smokehouse is above the spring. We just cross there.
Oh, cool!
There's a wood bridge here that's still here underneath the concrete.
that while he was in Puerto Rico all these years, when he was CPS.
You just left his car sitting there?
He had bought it just shortly before.
Hmm.
I think it was 42 Dodge.
So is that what you used then when you all came back?
That's the one we used then for those years in Bluffton,
Oh.
until we went back to Puerto Rico in 48, and then I think he sold it to Catherine or Martha, I'm not sure. I have to ask him.
It came swooping out of the barn. In the barn. No, there's one over there in the window. Right over there in the window there's an owl. Sitting in the windowsill.
Look around Dad here.
Yeah. See it? You wait till...
The wood he got from this lot over here, which used to be a church lot, was put into the timber from his straw shed.
He built this barn himself, didn't he?
He built the straw shed, not the barn. The barn probably is older than, goes back before the Civil War.
Really?
See these beams? They aren't sawed. They're cut off with axe.
Now, was this barn ever threatened during the Civil War?
Apparently they missed this one, but I'm sure it would have been.
Oh. You did get stung?
It was like a wasp.
No, it wasn't. It was a carpenter.
A hornet.
No, it wasn't.
Whoa. There he is. Whoa.
Actually,
There he is.
Oh boy.
And it had ropes coming down. You'd pull in there with your wagon, load of wheat or hay, and then it would lift the frame of the wagon up, and you'd have horses fastened to a big rope here. The horses would pull this big rope out. That turned that big wheel, and one of the kids had to hold the trip there. You notice it was notched. And then when the wagon, the hay or wheat would get clear to the top, then we'd throw it downhill. My dad said the more you use the head, the less you have to use your muscles. So we worked the stuff all downhill, threw it off the wagon from up the top of the barn.
now did he invent that, or he
Well,
just
he had
built
seen
it?
one somewhere, but he made it. You know,
What did he make?
that elevator.
See
That
that?
wood
That
elevator.
crank thing.
That lifted the wagon load of wheat and hay to the top of the barn. And we used to,
There's another one. There's another one. There's another one in those cars.
I think there must have been a nest in there. We used to get in those
All
nests.
these thistles.
Yeah.
Grandfather Holsinger used to be the snippet.
Yeah, I remember walking this hill with his toe, just going.
Look at how everything is going to let's go.
I'd say beautiful flowers too. And our stairway went up from the kitchen. A separate stairway from the rest of the upstairs.
You tell a story about somebody being born, one of your brothers, and then you were pushed out by yourself
Well,
just overnight.
well, I was 8 years old when Catherine was born. Now, I had no idea that a new member of the family was coming, and I had slept in my parents' room up till then.
Until you were 8?
Huh?
Until you were 8 years old, you slept?
Yeah, and I was moved up to Wealthy. The room was Wealthy.
And then that was way off by yourselves, you said,
Well,
like its
after
own...
Wealthy left home then to work in Harrisonburg, I was about 12, 13, I guess. From there on, I slept by myself up there. I was clear off from everybody else. I was afraid of lightning. We had a tree there, and cats would crawl up the tree and walk over the roof and sound like somebody breaking in your windows.
Okay, how about everybody?
What are those things in the tree, those bagworms or whatever?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillars?
Caterpillar.
No.
Like fire?
No, I'm gonna see.
Now look.
Are they tent caterpillars?
No, the butter's
I don't know what
See the
the
reflection of
caterpillar
No, you're
is.
supposed to put it like this.
They are like butter.
I know you did that with the
Betty Miller Pond. She was a teenager. She was about 14 during the Civil War. The armies would go through. They'd come